So, 2016 and 2017 were at the very least interesting. We had a lot of great games, surprising sequels, and the rise in popularity of a new subgenre known as hero shooters. A shooter characterized with a fun cast of characters, a set of abilities resembling that of a MOBA, and a competitive scene fueled on pure salt. And thanks to it being one of the more polished games to kickstart this trend, I'll be looking at Blizzard's newest moneymaker that isn't Hearthstone, the loot box simulator known as Overwatch. Aside from being fun to play, the main selling point is the diverse and interesting lineup of heroes that make up the roster. From the flankers to the healers and everything in between, I'll be counting down my 5 favorite heroes from Overwatch. Oh, right. That was the thing. Fuck! No, I'm not doing this! I know my rights and I will... Wait, what are you doing with that? So now that I've been convinced to live up to my responsibilities and stuff, here's the top 5 butts in Overwatch. I am never gonna live this one down. Yeah, I'm gonna start off in a bit of controversial territory. When it comes to Overwatch, its characters get some flack due in part to certain aspects, like their gameplay, design, sexuality, for some reason. And no, this entry isn't about Tracer. Instead, I'm going to risk this video's advertiser-friendly status with Bastion's mechanical booty. Seriously, Blizzard, what is your damage? You have Bastion right here with his ass hanging out for everyone to see. For the love of all that is holy, give him something to wear! You gave Zenyatta some pants, I'm pretty sure War Machine has to wear something. Shooting up enemy soldiers 1 second, awkward moments of public nudity the next. Now, don't worry, there is a reason that goes beyond indecent exposure, even though it is fairly prominent. What gets Bastion to mention at all is that his cold metallic buttocks is indeed symbolic of his playstyle, i.e. finding an obscure spot on the map, lazily setting his ass down, taking aim, and turning the opposing team into a f***ing salt mine. A lot of thought was put into this. We better appreciate it. When it comes to Overwatch's variety of buns on display, some of them fall into the meh category, though in some cases a few will rise above the ranks to be in the high tier of Overwatch butts. This entry is pretty good at standing out from the bunch, though the best word to describe it would be amazing! Beneath this ice-cold barrier is a fine-looking posterior on display. It takes a lot of effort to have curves like that and also rock all that snow gear, which for some reason tricked people into believing that Mei was big-boned, because there definitely wasn't any fat representation in Overwatch, am I right? Back on topic, what is important to note is that this bee-hiding poses one of life's greatest questions. Exactly how thick is the material on display? I mean, come on, no thin booty could casually avoid frostbite like this. And I refuse to accept the fat claims. So what I'm asking for is this. Blizzard, give us a costume that's not meant for sub-zero temperatures that shows us the goods. Come on, don't leave us hanging. You have the technology. Gotta love the 2-for-1 deal, especially when the extra assets are used to help the team. A metallic tushy flying across the sky to help out her allies. That's clearly a role only D.Va could fit in. The standout feature being the mecha itself, which takes the term Buns of Steel to its logical extreme. This hot-peaked mech warrior can play the ass due to her booty rockets, making her one of the most obnoxious airborne characters in the game. While lacking the pure defensive capabilities of Reinhardt, hiding behind Evangelion's thickness along with that barrier will guarantee your safety with the majority of attacks not being able to get through. But all good things must come to an end, and when the mecha loses all its HP, D.Va swaps out one pair of cheeks for another. Not a fan of thickness? The slender booty is just as fine, cause here we don't discriminate, all booties are equal. The added gameplay benefit is that for a smaller health bar, the hitbox is noticeably smaller, so that's a benefit. There's definitely no fear in getting grabbed, right? Often the greatest things in life are quite far from one's grasp, kinda like the sinner's view of the gates of heaven, or the meaning of life itself. But looking at this from a more grounded perspective, we have something magnificent from a few kilometers away, and that is Widowmaker. Widowmaker is 80% leg and has a posterior that scores in the 90s, an ass so high in standards that you'll need a stepladder on hand before getting any weird ideas. Widowmaker finds herself in the same camp as other snipers like Ana and Hanzo, but sadly very few are into vintage or complete garbage. Widow rises above the ranks with her skin-tight reflective suit and some lovely curves. What especially helps is the higher value skins, which accentuates the material on display. That and shows off more of that fine leg. We definitely cannot get enough of that. Those who bought the Origins edition of Overwatch will be rewarded for dropping the additional cash with an exclusive skin for Reaper that's
extra thick!
Predictability, thy name is Renegade Master. I understand the need to surprise viewers, but even I had to break down and state the truth. I wasn't getting away from the fact that number 1 was obviously going to be Genji. Unlike all the other booties, this one was scientifically engineered to be the highest quality buttocks in the entire roster, and ass so good that everyone wants to shoot it down just out of pure jealousy. The vertical mobility of said buttocks makes it possible to be anywhere on the map, to harass the opposition, parkour across a level, or just completely ignore the payload. Really, the only negative is that the versatility of movement never came with any durability, so the majority of hits can tear through that soft tushy. But hey, peelers gotta do something, right? In many ways, Genji represents the core of the booty watch experience from the average player's perspective. He's an asshole to the opposition if a player gets good with his abilities, he's a dumbass if someone picks him thinking they're pro Genji, and he's playing the ass if someone wants to drag down the team by picking him. On defense. And some people think that Tracer has the iconic butt when we have a character that makes a butt out of all the people who even commit the sin of playing as the character attached to it. Honestly, I think that speaks more volumes. This has been the Renegade Master, and... okay, where the hell is that cyanide pill?